Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel ABAP Seniors. In this video, we'll be creating a managed RAP application. In our previous video, we have discussed the steps how to create a RAP application and what is the difference between managed and the unmanaged implementation type. So for creating the managed implementation app, I have created one package z managed app underscore rap. So in this package, we will be storing the artifacts whatever we are creating for our managed application. In this z rap underscore cloud, we have all the artifacts whatever we have created for the read only application. So for creating the managed application, we have to know how to create the application, what are the steps you have to follow for creating the managed application. Here are the steps for creating the managed application. First thing, whatever we have to create for a managed application is we have to create the persistent tables. Instead of tables, here we are calling them as persistent tables. What are these persistent tables? These tables will store the data for your application. For example, I'm creating one travel application and that application data has to be stored somewhere. So those data will be stored in the persistent tables. So first step is we have to create the persistent tables. Here we are developing the three-layer model, which is travel, booking, and the booking supplements. So for each of the entity, we have to create one persistent table for travel, for booking, and one booking supplement persistent tables accordingly. So this is the travel related table which is already present. So this travel related table has some fields which has the travel ID, agency, customer, begin and end date, total price, and we have some fields which are common for every table, like created by created at, last changed by and last changed at. These are some of the reuse components which are available for this particular table. Now I wanted to create a persistent table for this one. Maybe some of you may think, if you have the table, why are you creating another table? Because if I want to add some other field extra, or I don't want some other field from this table, I can do add or remove the field from my custom table, but from this standard table I cannot alter the things. So that's why I'm creating one table on top of this table. So how you can do that means you can just go to that particular table from the left side and just right click, and you can do like that, or you can just click on new ABAP repository object. I'm searching for database table, so this is the one which comes under the dictionary z managed underscore appl table for travel. And I am clicking on finish. Now as of now you don't have any fields available. I will just copy paste all these things. You have the mandate field, which is the client field. So if we have the client field available, we will be calling it as client dependent table. We can create client independent fields also, client independent tables also in our RAP application. You can just do the format here and activate the table. Our table is activated. We have the data present in our standard table, and if you just run this one, you will be having the sum records. Let me try. Okay, this is the standard table where you have the data available, which is around 4353 entries you have. But our custom table we have created, and you don't have any entry because we have not filled up the data here. Now our persistent table for the travel related demo table is ready. Now the same way I have to create the persistent table for my booking. I will open the booking related one. So this is the booking related table which is already available. So you have your travel ID, booking date, customer carrier ID, connection date, and you have the semantics annotation for getting the currency code for your price instead of getting it as a separate field. And you have some reuse element which is last change date for your booking table. So now I will create one persistent table for my booking database table, which comes under the data dictionary zmanis underscore booking, or else I will do like this: z booking underscore managed. Since it is the database table, this it is always recommended to use the naming conventions. I have not followed for the first one. Booking table. You can give the fields like this is simple table creation, so I'm just copying the fields from here. We can just give the fields whatever we want, and we can give the data element here and activate the code. So your two tables for the travel and booking are ready, and we have to create the table for booking supplements. So this is the table for booking supplements. So you have your travel ID, booking supplement ID, and currency code, available along with the price. So I have to create the booking supplement table. For this one, I will just, maybe you can just right click on this one so it will just get the database table. ZDB underscore book supplements underscore M stands for managed table for booking supplements, and I'm clicking on finish. I will just copy the things from over here, and I have activated this booking supplement table also, and now I don't want these standard tables. Now we have three tables available, which means travel booking and booking supplement tables available for us. What are there? Previously we have available in terms of different names which have the same fields, like slash dmo slash travel underscore m. So the same three tables we have created under the three custom names, but I wanted to establish the relationship for these tables. I wanted to establish the foreign key relationship for these tables. So how I can do is by writing some other additional code. I have to do that for travel particular table. I don't need to do anything because this is the main table, which is the root table. And for this booking, I have to establish the relationship. So for that, I will be adding some annotations before this travel ID at the rate of ABAP catalog dot foreign key. Yes, you have the foreign key label. Foreign key label, I will give it as travel because I am making the foreign key relationship with the travel related thing. And one more annotation I will introduce: ABAP catalog dot foreign key screen check. Screen check, I will make it as false. After introducing these annotations, we have to establish the foreign key relationship with our travel ID in our this managed application table. So how you have to do is useless okay. Here I will write with foreign key, and I have to establish the cardinality here 0 to n and 1. C managed underscore appl where travel id equal to I have to give this name here. Dot travel ID. Shift F1. After saving that particular foreign key label travel, it has disappeared. That's why there was a warning coming over there. Do Control F3 for activating this particular table. So our table is activated, but we have written some code. What does it mean? We have to understand. So if you don't know anything, for suppose you don't know what is the meaning of this annotation, how you have to do? Just to do F1. Now it will display the documentation for you. Here you are getting, I will just maximize this one. Yes. Now you are getting foreign key annotations, key field, user defined type, all these things. Okay. Creating fields, foreign key addition, foreign key label, foreign key t type, foreign key screen check. All these things, this is coming. Okay, let me close this one and try to do F1 again because it is retrieving many things. Foreign key addition. Here you have the foreign key screen check, which is mentioned as true. You are getting all the details in separate browser here. And if you observe here, you have something called as this home option and this cloud one. So this is related to cloud one and this is normal DDS. If you click on this one, cloud related things will open. So here you are getting many things here for the cloud related ones. Special reference, and you have delivery class of database tables, key fields, many things you have available here. When you just click on this one, you have plenty of things available so that you can learn even if you don't know anything. The thing you have to do is you have to just explore all these things. In the direct way, it is not getting the use of this foreign key screen check, but most of the times it will just return the usage of your particular thing. When you click on just F1, it will get all the related documentation and you can easily understand. So to understand this annotation, you have to do explore lot of things. But as of now, I am telling the use of this annotation. So the use of this annotation is You are determining a foreign key relationship to another table. So if you don't want any additional automatic F4 values available for a field, even though your foreign key relationship exists, then you can make this particular annotation as false. If you want the values available based on the foreign key relationship established with the other table, you can make this annotation value as true. That is the purpose of this annotation. So if you don't know, maybe there are many things we don't know. For that you have to click on F1, and if you go over the documentation we can get the information from there. So for one table we have established the relationship. The same way we have to establish the relationship for the booking supplement table also. So here we have the travel ID. So before that I don't wanted to write the first annotation, which is the foreign key label. So I will write the second annotation, which is ABAP catalog dot foreign key screen check. I will make it as false. And for travel ID I have to write with foreign key, and I have to give the cardinality 0 to star and comma 1. And to which table I have to give the cardinality, which is the demo table, which is the demo, not demo table, which is the travel table. Z managed underscore appl. This is the table for us in our case, and where travel id equal to your particular supplement table dot travel id. So now the same annotation I will, okay, there is some issue here. The same annotation I will be using for the booking also, and the same way I will be writing the condition for booking also. With foreign key I have to mention the cardinality over here 0 to star comma 1, and here I have to give the booking name ZDB underscore booking underscore M, where here we have to work with the booking ID, booking underscore ID equal to, I will just copy this one, and we have to give the booking ID. Control F3. Now our third table is also activated. Here we have given only booking ID. It is better to give the booking ID and travel ID, because for a booking it will have the travel. So we have not mentioned the travel ID. Dot travel ID also you have to give, and here you have to mention the uncondition. We are getting one error. Okay, ZDB booking ID and travel ID points to different locations. Okay, sorry, my bad. Here we have to give the travel ID. First one is the travel ID. So that's why it is giving the error. Now we have added the relationship for the tables, but we have to understand we have just navigated from this annotation. So after that annotation, what we have mentioned means we are establishing the foreign key relationship by writing this one with foreign key for a particular booking. There can be for a particular travel, because we are writing it to travel, there can be 0 to n number of bookings, but when comparing in the vice versa, there will be always one travel entity if you have a booking. That is what it does mean, and we are putting the condition where travel ID of your managed appl, which is your travel, this this travel ID belongs to this table, equal to your booking table travel ID. And here we have added this annotation foreign key screen check as well, and here also we have mentioned with foreign key. If you have, there can be 0 to n number of supplements for your booking, and there will be always one booking if you have the booking supplement, where your travel ID equal to, where your travel ID of this particular travel table equal to booking supplement travel ID. And the same annotation we have added here, and we have established the foreign key relationship with the booking for this booking field. For this booking field, since we have the travel as the main one, we have added the where condition for travel and the booking fields. So we have created the three persistent tables, and we have added the relationship wherever applicable in our booking and the booking supplement table as of now. Now the next step is we have to create the interface views, and we have to establish the relationship in our interface views. But before that, we have something called as reuse components. So these things last changed it, and we have last changed it here also. We have created by created. These are called as the reuse components. For some of the tables, if you have not included these fields, it won't activate also, because SAP wants us to enable or to add these fields in our custom tables, so that whenever you are modifying something or whenever someone is doing some create or any operations, we will be getting the log, and these log will be very helpful when we are working with the e tag and the concurrency related things, especially in terms of the o data. So sometimes you will be getting the error if you are working with the very latest versions, if you don't include these fields. So I have listed down some of the fields. Let us just look at the glance. So these are around 16 fields we have. All the fields we won't be using, but some of the fields definitely we will be using. We have ABAP creation user and date, timestamp, creation timestamp, and last changed user, last changed date, and we have all these fields available. And we have something called as last changed timestamp and local instance last changed and last changed user. These are coming with the local instance last change date and last change user. So we have all these views available. We can easily find out what is the purpose of this particular data element by seeing this description. And we have last change timestamp for the local instance, last change time for the local instance, and last change UTCL, which is the timestamp and which the data of the local instance itself. So all these fields we have available. Mostly we will be using this creation, user, date, time, and all. So we have these reuse data elements available. If you want to add some of the extra data elements to your table also, you can also add that. Now going back to the second step, we have to create the interface views. So as of now, we have created the database tables. On top of this database tables, I wanted to create the interface views. Just right click on this particular table and new data definition. It will take the reference object automatically. The interface view man is underscore m interface view for managed application. Click on next and click on next. You have to select the define view entity. Basically we have to choose the root view entity for the travel one, because we have the child and the leaf nodes for this particular thing. So I will just click on this root view entity and click on finish. As of now I will just comment this one. I don't want this one, and association also I won't do anything. I will just do. Okay, here I have to establish the relationship for the booking fee. So once that relationship is maintained, we can get rid of that error. We already know how to establish the relationship. Amount dot currency code, and currency code you have to give it as this one. And total price also same thing. I will just copy this one, and here I will give the same thing. Activate it. Here we have to do the relationship for this particular Z I managed M application to some other one, like by doing the association with some other views, and you have to establish with your root to the child entities also. First, let us try creating the interface views. Next one is the booking one. Here also same thing I will follow. Set I underscore. I have not following the correct naming convention sometimes. So whenever you are working in the real time environment, you have to follow the naming convention. Interface view for, okay, that's fine. Description, I don't want to make it very particular. Now here also I have to give the annotation, and I will just activate this one. This is also activated. Now I will create the interface view for the booking supplement. I will just booking supplement here also. Here I will give the same description only. I I am not concerned about the description. I just wanted to make the names very particular. Okay, here also I have to give the annotation and I will activate it. If you don't know about this annotation, we have clearly discussed about the annotations in our read only app. If you know the read only app, then definitely you will be very clear about the annotations, and this process also you will be very familiar. We are getting some warnings, that's fine. Such help assignment it is missing. So as of now we have created the three interface views for three persistent tables, but we have to establish the relationship between this root view entity to the booking, and booking to the travel, booking to booking supplement, and booking supplement to booking. And I want some other particular fields also, like I want the agency related details and some customer related details. So for that I will be associating with some other views also. So all these things we will be establishing the relationship and doing the association with some other particular standard tables or the views we will be doing in the next video. So I hope this video is clear to you. Please do like, share and subscribe to this channel if you want more interesting content.